Hello, welcome to the Learn English Lab.
Hi there.
Today, we're doing a deep dive into some C1 level vocabulary.
That's right, specifically words starting with the letter W.
Our goal isn't just definitions, is it? We want to explore how you can actually use these words.
Exactly. How they add precision, make your English sound more confident, more nuanced.
We've picked out 25 words. We'll look at different forms, nouns, verbs, you know the drill.
And provide plenty of examples, but really dig into why you choose one word over another. It's about understanding the subtle power they have.
Okay, let's jump in. First up.
Ward.
Right.
Yeah.
Ward. Now, most people might think of a hospital ward first.
Or maybe a prison ward, a section, a division.
Yes, those are common noun meanings. But there's another important one. A person, usually a minor, who's under legal protection. A guardian looks after their ward.
Ah, okay. And the verb?
The verb is often used with off, to ward off. It means to guard or protect against something, like danger or illness.
So you could say someone tries to ward off a cold. Definitely. Using layers, maybe hot tea, it implies a deliberate defensive action against something unwanted, more active than just avoiding.
I see. Okay, next. Warehouse.
Seems straightforward, right? A big building for storing goods?
The noun, yes. Very common in business, logistics.
And there is a verb form, too. To warehouse goods, storing them.
Is the verb used much?
It's a bit more specialized, maybe in supply chain discussions. You know, retailers often warehouse extra stock for the holidays. It sounds more technical than just store.
Got it. And remember the pronunciation? Stress on the first syllable. Warehouse.
That's a good point.
All right, moving to warfare. Noun.
Yes, the act of conducting war. Military stuff, strategies, conflicts.
But it's broader than just tanks and soldiers, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. We use it metaphorically all the time. Economic warfare, cyber warfare, even psychological warfare.
So it suggests a really intense strategic kind of conflict or competition.
That's it. It carries more weight than just saying competition or disagreement. Think about collocations like guerrilla warfare. Very specific. It lends a formal, serious tone.
Okay. Number 4 is warrant. This one has two main hats.
It does. Noun first. The legal document.
Right, like a search warrant or an arrest warrant, official authorization.
Exactly. But then there's the verb to warrant, meaning to justify or guarantee something, to make something necessary or appropriate.
That verb form seems useful.
It really is. Instead of saying, this situation needs investigation, you could say, the evidence warrants a full investigation. It implies there's a solid reason, a justification.
Gives it more force.
Definitely. It suggests the situation deserves that response.
Okay, next. Warrior.
Primarily a noun. A fighter, someone skilled in combat, often brings historical images to mind.
Like ancient warriors, samurai, that sort of thing.
Yeah, but the meaning has expanded, hasn't it?
Metaphorically, you mean?
Right. We talk about social justice warriors or someone being a warrior in their fight against illness. It suggests bravery, resilience, determination.
So it's not just about fighting, but about courage in any struggle.
Spot on. Pairing it with adjectives like fierce or noble really emphasizes that.
Interesting. Let's move to weaken, a verb.
To make something less strong, or for something to become less strong.
Pretty versatile.
You can weaken physical things, like a structure, or abstract things. Weaken an argument, weaken someone's resolve, weaken an economy.
It can be transitive or intransitive. Something weakens or you weaken something.
That's right. It's a good alternative to just saying reduce or diminish. It often implies a loss of power or effectiveness. Constant criticism weakened their confidence.
Makes sense. Okay, number 7, weave.
Weave. Primarily a verb. Two main senses again.
Like weaving cloth, interlacing threads.
That's the literal one. But also moving in a zigzag pattern, like a car weaving through traffic.
And metaphorically too.
Yes, very much so. You can weave a story or weave different ideas together. It suggests skillful combination, creating something intricate.
And the past tense is wove. Participle woven.
Good catch. Using weave metaphorically, like the author wove historical facts into the narrative, sounds quite sophisticated. There's also a noun, a weave, referring to the pattern, but it's less common.
Okay. Next is weed. Noun and verb.
Simple one on the surface. The noun is an unwanted plant, usually in a garden.
And the verb is just removing them.
Yep, to weed the garden, but be mindful of the slang term.
Right. Important context.
But the verb also has a useful figurative sense, to weed out.
Neat.
To remove unwanted or inferior elements from a group, like weeding out errors from a document or weeding out underperforming staff.
Ah, okay. Removing the bad plants from the garden.
Kind of, yeah. It implies a selective removal process.
Got it. Now for a really common but tricky one.
Yes. So many meanings.
Noun. The whole for water or oil.
Right. Verb to rise or flow, usually used for liquids, like tears welling up.
Adverb. Doing something in a good way. Performed well. Very common.
Extremely common. And adjective, meaning healthy, the opposite of ill. Are you feeling well?
So you really need context for well.
Absolutely. Mastering all its forms is key for fluency. The verb welling up is quite evocative for emotions, don't you think?
Yeah, tears welled in her eyes. Paints a better picture than just she started to cry.
Agreed. Okay, link to that, our 10th word, well-being.
A compound noun. The state of being healthy, happy, prosperous.
That's it. It's a really important term nowadays, especially in discussions about mental health, work-life balance, social issues.
It feels quite holistic, not just physical health.
Exactly. We talk about emotional well-being, financial well-being, overall well-being. It captures a broader sense of how someone is doing, more formal than just happiness or health.
Used a lot in academic or policy context.
Definitely.
Okay. Number 11, whatsoever.
This one adds emphasis. It means at all or of any kind, but it's stronger.
Usually used in negative sentences.
Mostly negative, yes. Or sometimes in questions for emphasis. I have no doubt whatsoever. Is there any chance whatsoever?
It feels quite formal.
It is. You hear it in legal language, formal statements. It goes after the noun or pronoun. No evidence whatsoever. It really underlines the zero aspect.
Makes the negative stronger.
Precisely.
All right. Next, whereby.
An adverb.
This is another formal one. It means by which or through which. It introduces the method or process for something.
How is it used?
It connects an action or system to its method. They created a system whereby customers could track orders online. It explains the how.
So it's often followed by a clause describing that method or outcome.
That's right. You see it a lot in legal documents, technical descriptions, academic writing. It helps build complex sentences explaining causality or process.
Useful for explaining mechanisms. Okay, whip.
Whip, noun, the tool for striking.
Verb, several meanings again. Striking with a whip, obviously.
Yes, but also moving very quickly or suddenly.
She whipped around.
Or beating ingredients like whipping cream.
That too. And figuratively, to whip up enthusiasm or whip something into shape.
Lots of energy in that word.
Definitely implies speed and often force.
Okay. Number 14, wholly. Adverb.
Meaning completely, entirely. Similar to totally or completely.
This is more formal.
Yes, generally more formal. Good for academic or professional writing when you want to emphasize completeness. The decision was wholly unexpected.
Need to be careful with spelling W-H-O-L-L-Y, not H-O-L-Y.
Good point. Easy mistake to make. It stresses the absolute nature of something.
Right. Next, widen. Verb.
To make something wider or to become wider?
Can be physical, like widening a road.
Yes, or widening a doorway. But also abstract concepts.
Like widening a gap or widening your perspective.
Exactly. You can widen the scope of a project, widen participation. It implies expansion, making something broader, works transitively and intransitively.
Useful for describing changes or growth.
Very much so.
Okay, widow. A noun.
Specifically, a woman whose spouse has died and who hasn't remarried.
Important distinction there. It's gender specific. The male equivalent is widower.
Correct. It's a word that carries quite a bit of emotional weight, often linked to themes of loss, grief, but also resilience.
You see it a lot in literature and history.
Yes, representing different facets of that experience.
Okay. Number 17, width. Noun.
The measurement from side to side, how wide something is.
Like the width of a river or a piece of fabric?
Right. Standard measurement, often paired with length and height.
Can it be used metaphorically?
Yes, you could talk about the width of someone's knowledge, meaning its extent or scope, but mostly used for physical dimensions. Watch the pronunciation width.
Got it. Width. Next, willingness. Noun.
This is about being prepared, ready, or eager to do something voluntarily.
So it's about attitude, openness.
That's a good way to put it. It's an abstract noun, often used in professional contexts. Show willingness, demonstrate willingness.
Like her willingness to learn impressed the manager.
Perfect example. It highlights a positive disposition towards action or cooperation. Different from just ability, it's about the readiness to use that ability.
Okay. Number 19, wipe. Verb and noun.
Verb. To clean or dry by rubbing. Wipe the table.
Or to remove completely, like wipe data from a computer.
Yes, that sense of complete removal. Also figurative, like wipe away tears, or the phrasal verb wipe out, meaning to destroy or eliminate.
And the noun?
Can be the act of wiping, or more commonly a cloth used for wiping, like a baby wipe. But the verb is more versatile.
Makes sense. 20th word, wit. Noun.
Wit. This refers to clever, humorous intelligence, especially with words. Mental sharpness combined with humor.
Like being quick with funny or insightful remarks.
Exactly. Someone with sharp wit is often admired. Think quick thinking, clever wordplay. It's uncountable in the sense you have wit, not a wit.
So it implies intelligence behind the humor.
Definitely. It adds a certain sparkle or cleverness.
Okay, withdrawal. Noun.
The act of removing something or retreating.
Many contexts here. Money from a bank.
Yes. Cash withdrawal, also military troop withdrawal.
Social withdrawal, like becoming less interactive.
That too. And medical withdrawal symptoms when stopping a substance. It generally signifies pulling back or taking something away. It often has a formal tone.
A useful word for describing retreat or removal.
Indeed.
All right, almost there. Workout. Noun.
This one's pretty common now. A session of physical exercise or training.
Seems quite informal.
It is relatively informal, but completely standard in fitness contexts, gyms, health sessions, daily workout, intense workout.
Part of everyday lifestyle language now.
Absolutely.
Okay, number 23. Worship. Noun and verb.
Primarily associated with religion. The noun is the act of showing reverence or devotion, usually to a deity.
And the verb is to honor or revere that deity.
Yes. People gather to worship. But it can also mean extreme admiration for a person or thing, sometimes negatively, like hero worship or worshiping money.
So it implies deep reverence or devotion.
A very strong sense of it, yes.
Second to last.
Worthwhile.
Adjective.
Meaning worth the time, effort, or money spent. Beneficial, valuable.
So it implies a positive return on investment, whether time or resources.
That's a great way to think about it. The long hike was difficult, but worthwhile because of the view. It suggests the effort was justified by the outcome.
A positive, encouraging word.
Yes, often used to recommend something or express satisfaction.
And finally, number 25. Worthy. Adjective.
Meaning deserving respect, attention, or action. Having merit or value.
How is it different from worthwhile?
Worthy focuses more on the inherent merit of something or someone, often suggesting they deserve recognition or support. Worthwhile focuses on the benefit gained from engaging with something.
Okay. So worthy is often followed by of.
Very often. Worthy of praise, worthy of consideration, a worthy cause, a worthy successor. It conveys respect and acknowledges merit, often in a slightly more formal or even literary way.
So someone is worthy of something, whereas an activity is worthwhile.
That's a good general distinction.
Wow, that's quite a list. 25 W words explored.
We've covered a lot of ground looking at nuances and how these words function in C1 level English.
And remember, just hearing about them isn't enough, is it?
Not at all. The key is active use. Trying to integrate them into your own speaking and writing. That's how they really stick.
Maybe pick one or two that resonated with you, or that fill a gap you've noticed in your vocabulary.
Good idea. Think about how you could use warrant instead of need, or weave instead of combine, perhaps. Make a conscious effort.
It's all about practice and active learning.
Definitely.
To keep building your vocabulary and understanding, please do like this video, share it with others who might find it useful, and subscribe to the Learn English Lab YouTube channel.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.